I don't know if it's coming on here now either. Not sure what is happening today. Now we'll see again. Did we go? Are we live? No, I don't want that. Oh, man. Okay, I think we're live. Finally. Yes. Okay, good. Good. Yes. All right. So we have 21 days of inventory. This is the second time I've said this. I don't know why it didn't go live the first time, but anyway, I'm here. We have 21 days of inventory. We are not listing enough homes. Yesterday we listed 38. Today we listed 40, or day before 38. 45 we listed yesterday. And so we're not keeping up with the demand. When the supply and demand are so upside down, you know, the prices are going to maintain themselves. 21 days. Yesterday was 22. Today it's 21. And a lot of the available $1 million homes, either they weren't sold, because I double checked this, but yesterday we had, and I'm looking up here if you can see my cursor, we had 477 available. Today we only have 459 available $1 million+ homes on the market. So either they expired, I'm not sure what happened, but I didn't have time to research it, but that's a big dip, and we didn't really sell. We have 100, we did 1,028 year to date. That hasn't like drastically changed from yesterday. So not sure what's going on there. I will tell you that the cash buyers, the non-owner occupieds, are taking up 31% of our market. That hasn't changed, and not sure. This 405 is fluctuating up and down, so I'm going to wait till the end of till probably next week, the 1st, and then we'll see what it is for August. I suspect it's going to hang in there at 405. It did go up a little bit to 410 there for a couple of days. Probably, I don't know what happened, and and now it's back down to 405. And I think it did go up to 406 for one day, but whatever. One of the things I started to say before I realized I was talking to myself. Hi, Frank. Good morning. Good morning. My show is scheduled, but for some reason it didn't go on. So I'm not going to schedule a day ahead of time anymore, because there's a glitch there, I guess, with the system. But anyway, I want to tell everybody that Brian Buffini had a great talk a week ago, and we might share some clips of it next or tomorrow. Yeah, today's Thursday, another day in paradise. Anyway, there's 1.5 million realtors. And one of the things that Brian said is, for the first time, 80% or 79 something, but I rounded it up to 80%, are making less than $100,000. Now, we have, it's been 1.5 million, give or take, because people come, people go. So I don't think that's the problem. And I don't think that we're working any less. Now, I'm sure the pandemic did hurt some of these numbers, but less than 100,000 means you're not doing a deal a month. And you know that 30% goes to taxes, and a percentage of the remaining money needs to go toward marketing and toward your brokerage and your dues and MLS and division and all those things. So grossing less than 100,000 is tough. It's tough, because I'm sure you're working hard, but I think what's affecting this number in a big way is we're not getting 3% for the most part. We're getting 2.5%. And the TV ads are now saying that those iBuyers are only paying 2%. So the sellers. So there's a lot going into this statistic. And I think that maybe Brian, I will suggest to him that he should find out why. And I don't think it's just that we're not working as hard. Hey, Karen, good morning. Good to see you all this morning. And I don't think it's that we're working any less. I think we're working hard, but we're not getting paid as much. And I think maybe that will cause some people to, go get a job or go do something else. I don't know, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the next several months because of this. We have a lot to cover today, so I'm going to get right. I'm going to put this down and go back to what I was going to do today. So we are going to talk about the video stats. So Wise Owl, WYZOWL, they do statistics. And I'm going to walk you through this, and then we're going to do some more tips. So here we go. And I'm watching my screen here to make sure that it's working. I always get scared when I'm not on the on the screen because I can't see what's working. Okay, I'm going to do a check here on my volume. Are we working? Yes, we are. We're working. Super, super, super. Okay, so the state of the video marketing survey is what we're going to do. Now, this was done this year, so this is as current as it gets. And it says, I'm going to just highlight a couple things. This year's report is notable for a couple of reasons. First, it's based on our highest ever sample with over 800 people taking the time to complete the survey, giving us our richest and most reliable data. And if you read down, it says our trend data is based on 7 years of asking these questions. So these people have been doing these statistics for quite some time. Now, the first statistic is the video marketing overview. How many businesses use video as a marketing tool, and how do they use it? 86% of businesses use video as a marketing tool. Oh my goodness. 93% of marketers who use video say that it's an important part of their marketing strategy. The number of businesses using video as a marketing tool has increased by 41% since 2016. You all need to hear this. You're not doing video. The global pandemic, what effect did it have? How has the unprecedented events affected the demand for video? So 40% of marketers say that their plans around video marketing have been or are being affected by the pandemic. So out of those people, 74% say the pandemic made them more likely to use video, while 26% it became less likely. So I guess it depends on what you're selling. Now, this just isn't about real estate, okay? This is about marketing in general. So 60% of marketers expect the pandemic to affect their video marketing budget. So 7 out of 10 say their budget will increase. 3 out of 10 say it's likely to shrink. And again, I think some of the people that are saying that this is going to shrink are because video doesn't necessarily promote their product as well as like when we do videos of houses. I mean, our product is always fresh and new because we're always listing and selling houses. So we have that turnover and that people want to see what's going on. So you have to take our industry and I think you need to set the standard a little higher. So 92% of video marketers feel the level of noise and competition have increased in the last year. Absolutely. But you need to hear this. Competition has increased. 92% of the surveyed people say the competition has increased. And of the 92%, almost a little more than half of those said that was because video had become easier to create in-house. Wow. We know that, right? I mean, during the pandemic, we would go and show the houses with our phones. And that's basically free. 47% said video was made necessary by new challenges, including the pandemic. Well, like I just said, we learned how to do open houses a different way. We got more into video, I think, because of the pandemic, because we wanted to show people what was going on in the industry. And surprisingly, our industry was not affected negatively as much as other industries. So 44% of that 51% said it was because video had become more affordable. Absolutely, yes. Just like the 51% that said it had become easier. It's more affordable and it's easier because you can create it in-house and you don't need a lot of fancy stuff. So 68% of consumers said the pandemic impacted the amount of video content they watched online, with an overwhelming 96% saying this has increased. So the consumers are saying that they are watching more video online. 91% of the marketers feel video is more important for brands in light of the pandemic. Yes, and there's lots of reasons for that we won't take up time to go into, but you can think about that. 39% said it was because it had become quicker and less time consuming to create video. Absolutely. 36% had become easier to convince others in the business on the value of video content, which is what I teach and preach. 19% said they had become clearer on the ROI of video, and this had given them confidence to invest. That's big. Number 3, the ROI of video marketing. How do marketers feel about the return they get on their investment? 86% say video has increased traffic to their website. 94% say video has helped increase user understanding of their product or service. 78% say video has directly helped increase sales. 87% say video in general gives them a good return on their investment. 83% of video marketers say video has helped increase the average time their visitors spent on their page. So like I tell you, the first page of your website needs to have a video on it. And Agent Formula, the company that John and I own, and Kane has helped us develop, it's 10 years old. It has really made a difference because we have had a video on the front page since 2010. And it can randomly change based on how your settings are, how you decide you want. You can do a video of yourself and put it on your front page, which I highly recommend that you do. Anyway, moving on. 84% of the marketers say video has helped them generate leads. Well, that's absolutely true. When I run Facebook ads without video, they don't get near the return that the video ads get. 43% of video marketers say video has reduced the number of support calls. And this is really a key one, because I know in our business, customer service was a full-time job in the first several years of the life of Agent Formula. And now, because we video things on how to do things, when somebody has a request, how do you create an email campaign? Well, Kane can just say, no problem, Frank. Let me just email you the video on how to do that. Now, you can also come into the classroom. We do a class once a month on how to use the tools in your website. And some people like that hands-on, which is fine. But we recommend, if we're doing the email campaign class, that they watch the video first. Then they know what their questions are. So there's a lot of reasons to turn your customer support into videos. And that's obviously other people have learned that as well. So audience view, consumers and video. Putting aside what marketers think about video, how do their audiences feel about that? That's what this number 4 slide is about. 94% of people have watched an explainer video to learn more about a product or service. Now, I just said that, and of course, they're agreeing with it. 79% of people say they've been convinced to buy or download a piece of software or app by watching a video. Absolutely. I mean, we sell our website with video advertising. People watch an average of 18 hours of online video per week. That's amazing. This is an increase of 2 hours per week compared to 12 months ago. A staggering 7.5 hour increase per week across the past 3 years. So 3 years ago, they were watching 12 hours. Now they're watching 18. In 2018, people watched an average of 1.5 hours per day of online video. Our 2020 survey showed that has risen to an average of over 2.5 hours. So it has really increased to where they're doing, 2.5 hours a day is a lot of video. 84% of people say they've been convinced to buy a product or service by watching a brand's video. And we find that to be true as well. And so if you're out there videoing homes, guess what? And you're telling people things that they can't get from the internet, because most of the people that are buying homes are looking on Zillow, looking here, looking there, getting all their information. so that when they get to you, they pretty much know what they want. And then all you have to do is convince them that this is the right home for them, assuming it is, of course. So when asked how they'd most like to learn about a product, 69% say they prefer to watch a short video. Now, they emphasize the word short, and that compared to 18% who'd rather read text-based articles, websites or posts. 4% like to view an infographic. 3% would rather download an ebook. And then there's 2% who would like a sales call or demo. Man, you just can't compete with video if you're not doing it. 69% of the people who buy things would rather watch a video. So if you're not videoing your homes or doing a voiceover of the video of your home, you need to get into that. And we're going to show you that in the next couple months. I'm going to mute John. John, my class isn't at 10, it's at 2. Who? Maria who? Huh? I'm sorry, everybody. I had to mute myself for a minute. We don't have to leave right away. John just found out his half-sister passed away. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm just going to keep going, though. Finish this. Honey, why don't you go sit down? Oh, boy. How old was she? She's 45 years old. Oh, I'm so sorry, babe. Okay, I'm going to continue here, babe. Go sit down, honey. I'll be right with you. Sorry, everybody. Huh? Number 5. Oh, boy. Measure of success. Putting aside what marketers think about video, how do their audiences feel about it? Well, when asked how they measure success, video marketers responded this way. The most commonly cited metric was video engagement, including shares, comments, and likes. 63% of video marketers responded this way. So next up was video reach, determined by the number of views, and that was 58%. Leads and click-throughs were next with 55%. Customer engagement, retention were a consideration for 43% of video marketers. Brand awareness was next up with 42%. 4%, very low number, cited a range of other determining factors, including onboarding quality, charitable donations, sales calls, while others reported that the video ROI was entirely anecdotal and or not measured at all. So this was about the measure of success. And you can see the most commonly cited was video engagement, including shares and likes. 63% of marketers responded that way. So this one is very important because this is the measurement of success of video. Sorry for the interruption. Number 6, non-video marketers. Why are some marketers still reluctant to invest in video? Of the marketers who don't currently use video, these reasons are diverse. 19% of non-video marketers say they don't use video for marketing as they don't feel it's needed. Well, that's not us. 17% don't use it because they don't know where to start. That's some of us. 7% don't use it as they say they're unclear if it's going to be successful. Well, if you don't use it, you're never going to know. So too bad. However, 69% of non-video marketers say they expect to start, oh my dear, using video as a marketing tool in 2020. So that means this year, based on last year's survey, that they are starting to do video this year. 17% of non-video marketers don't use video because it's too expensive. Well, okay, I don't understand that, but they obviously don't know what we know. And then other non-video marketers don't use it because they don't have the time. Okay, well, that's another issue I have. 5% of non-video marketers say they don't use video because they're unable to convince their key decision makers to use it. Well, there's a lot of reasons here why people don't use it, but as the more people do use it, and I know real estate agents have to use it, these numbers will probably change drastically. Number 7, the video platforms. For the 7th consecutive year, YouTube remains the most widely used platform for marketers, with 87% of video marketers having used it in 2020. Webinars were the video success story of 2020. In 2019, just 46% used webinars, but in 2020, that rose to significantly to 62%. And if I lump our Zoom classes in with the webinars. So that has been tremendous. It's been tremendous for the real estate industry, because I think that when people are sitting there watching, the video, I see that they're focused, really focused. Now, of course, live classroom, I love live classroom, but I think that for some people that they might not take a class if it wasn't that they could take it from the comfort of their home. So, interesting, just interesting that what's happened over the past year. And just so you know, the division has decided to continue to use the Zoom feature because of the Delta variant that came out, and they didn't want to stop it, then start it again, then maybe have to stop it again. So for now, they are live streaming all their classes and allowing you to do that. And I talked to the owner of Key Realty, and he had mixed emotions about that, because I think he wasn't clear on why, but I know that he has an expense because you need a moderator. You need a moderator versus just a instructor. So I'm sure that's an added expense to him. But I also think that probably people, if they probably are going to other companies, maybe not using Key as much. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I'm sure we'll figure that out by the end of the year. 2020 was in some ways a breakthrough for TikTok. I know that a lot of people use TikTok in their advertising, so but I don't, so I'm not going to speak about it. 87% of video marketers said YouTube had been an effective channel for them, from 83% in 2019. So YouTube, I told you yesterday, I believe, that there's TubeBuddy, which is a great app for you to get your feet wet with how you should really market your videos, because there's keywords, there's tags, there's the description, there's so many things that go into making a YouTube channel findable. Like I say, searchable, shareable, and so you need to, and savable, and you need to learn those things and do a test for 30 days, I always say, and before you actually start publishing them. So let's go here to the next one, number 8. And here, looking forward usage and channels. So how do marketers plan to use video in 2021? More than 99% of people who use video for marketing said that they're going to continue to use it in 2021. And 96% will either increase or maintain their spend. So that's pretty huge if people are going to spend more money on video. And video advertising is becoming on YouTube, of course, you can't really watch one they do have the premium version, but for the most part, people watch the advertisements. And I have to be frank with you. I'll start watching something, maybe Tom Ferry or Brian Buffini or somebody on YouTube, and a commercial will come along, and it's something that I'm thinking, wow, that's pretty good. I'm going to try that. So, it's effective. Facebook video is number 2, LinkedIn's number 3. Those are our 3 primary things that we teach for you to do, and they're right up there. And Facebook Live, of course, is probably going to move up there over time. I don't know. I'm surprised about Twitter. I would think Facebook Live would be above Twitter. It's pretty close, but that's interesting. anyway, you can see all those numbers. And I'm just happy 1, 2, and 3 is the things that we teach. Okay, now, okie dokie. Where are we going here? Year-over-year trends. And here's something really interesting. Right before the pandemic, in 2019, 87% were using video marketing. And that jumped in 2016, it was 61%. And it crept up. And then it took a big leap from 2017 to 2018. And then a big leap from 18 to 2019. And now the 2019, 2020, and 21, the pandemic years, it's pretty much maintained itself, which is good. So these are the number of businesses using video as a marketing tool seemed to actually take off in 2018. The vast majority of companies now use video in one way or another, but there remains potential for growth in video use. And I think we're going to see a lot more video use in real estate. Oops, let's see. Okay, next slide here. Is video an important part of your marketing strategy? Percentage of people who agree. This is huge, 93%. The weight marketers placed on video content has steadily increased, reaching an all-time high in 2021. Has your video marketing led to a greater understanding of your product or service? 94% say yes. It has consistently been used as a potent and successful tool for increasing understanding of products and services among potential and existing customers. Wow. I know this is a lot of numbers, everybody, but I hope it's resonating. Has your video marketing reduced the number of support calls you received? We went over that, absolutely. And I think our support is much better now that we're Kane. Thank you, Kane. That Kane is using videos as people ask questions and he gets the same questions over and over, then he does a video about it. So very important. Does video give you a positive return on your investment? Everybody needs to really look at this. Marketers have rapidly come to understand the ROI of video, from just 33% who believe they got a positive ROI in 2015 to a resounding 87%. I mean, it's 2.5 times because people are using it more effectively. Being more authentic on video, I think, helps. And getting shorter videos, depending on what you're marketing, helps. So lots of information here for everybody. It's 20 till. Tomorrow, I'm going to go over 21 different videos. I put them in PowerPoint slides for you so that they'll be easy to watch. Let me go back here to myself. Here I am. There I am. I got to put my glasses on so I can see. Okay, very good. I'm going to, let's see, hide this. I'm going to put this, nope, Ruth, there you go. Okay, there we go. Well, that was a lot of information, but I think that the resounding, at the end of the day, if you're not convinced that you need to get better at video or doing video or whatever it is, if you're not doing it, you have to do it. If you're doing it, just figure out, how to be more consistent, I think is very important. And tomorrow we'll go over the 21 different videos that you can do, that you should do and I mean, 21 different subjects. That's 21. If you did a video every Tuesday on one of the subjects, that's 21 weeks of content that I'm going to give you for tomorrow. So don't forget. And today we have a law class from 2 to 5. And my email marketing didn't work. Love technology. I depend so much on it too. So I don't know how many, if you can still sign up though. If it's from 2 to 5, it's a live classroom or Zoom. If you come to the classroom, we always have happy hour. And tomorrow we have ethics, and I'm going to get that email out right away. because that didn't go out either. And I just found this out late last night. So we'll get that one out. And then Monday we have contracts. So hopefully we have a good turnout today. I hope to get an email out this morning about the ethics class. All these classes, I always tell you, are relevant information, and you really need it in this market, this changing market. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. I'm going to go take care of my husband, whose half-sister just passed away. Just found out while I was doing my video. God bless her. She was quite a girl. She lives in Kentucky and loved horses. And anyway, very nice lady, died in her sleep last night. John said she was 45, but I think she was closer to 50. Anyway, y'all have a wonderful day. We're blessed every day.